Thank you very much. Not as earlier announced, but please be seated. We are not taking the pharmacy. Vice distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to also recognize the presence of and usher to the high table the Dean, Student Affairs Division, Professor Sahlu Junaid. The Director of Pharmaceutical Services, Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Bilkisu Umar, is also with us. Please come to the high table. Last but not the least, Professor. Okay, I've announced it already. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I once again welcome all of us to the Nigerian Association of Pharmacists in Academia, NAPA, Ahmadu Bello University Zaria branch, 6th Annual Scientific Conference. And I have the honor, having said so, we have paid allegiance, of course, to the Federal Republic of Nigeria by observing the national anthem, and of course to our alma mater, the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, by observing the ABU anthem, even though due to logistical reasons we could not observe the pharmacy anthem. So it is logical we also omit this program in the hand of the Alpha and the Omega, the Almighty God, for his guidance and success of this event. So let us take a minute to pray according to the decree. Amen. Vice Chancellor, sir, distinguished gentlemen, I would like to invite for his welcome address the chairman, local organizing committee, Professor M.G. Magaji.
Bluetooth is ready for pairing. Bluetooth has been connected.
Vice Chancellor, sir.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor. Sir, the chairman of today's occasion, Professor A.A. Onolapo, teacher, the Dean, General Affairs, the Chairman, Board of Trustee, ABU Pharmacy Alumni Association, Professor Ahmadu Mura, the Chairman, ABU Chapter of Nigeria Association of Pharmacy and Academia, Professor Abdulrahman Abdulsamad, immediate past Chairman, Professor Busayo Olainka, Provost of the Postgraduate College, friend of pharmacy, Professor Emin Shuaibu, our own Director, Venom, Anti-Venom and Animal Toxin Research Center, Professor Muhammad Benjuma, the Director, Pharmaceutical Service, Ahmadu Bello University, Teaching Hospital, the plenary speaker, my big brother, the Dean, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Capital City University, Kano, and the representative of Directorate of Advancement and International Education, my respected teachers, head of department, professors, a distinguished conference. It gives me great pleasure and deep sense of responsibility to warmly welcome you all to the 6th Biennial Scientific Conference of the Nigeria Association of Pharmacy and Academia, Ahmadu Bello University Chapter. On behalf of the local organizing committee, I sincerely thank each and every one of you for honoring our invitation and also for joining us on this momentous occasion. This year's conference with the theme Revolutionizing Pharmacy, Harnessing Artificial Intelligence for Enhanced Education, Research and Practice in Healthcare comes at a critical juncture in the evolution of global health systems. As artificial intelligence continues to redefine the frontiers of science and human capability, it is imperative that pharmacy as a discipline and a profession not only embraces, but helps shape these technological advances for the good of humanity. Over the next 2 days, we shall engage in thought-provoking discussions led by some of the brightest minds in pharmacy practice, education, and research. We are especially proud that our speakers are distinguished alumni of this great university. Keynote address speaker, Professor Martins Emeje, GG and CEO of NAPA, Professor Ahmed Awesu, who is a professor and head of clinical pharmacy and pharmacy practice department, University of Qatar, and our own Professor Aminu Musa, a dean, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Capital City University, Kano. This is a testament to the global relevance and impact of Ahmadu Bello University. Permit me to express my profound appreciation to university management under the leadership of Professor Ahmadu for the support extended towards the success of this event. I also wish to thank the leadership of NAPA, our sponsors, partners, of course, our students, and every member of the organizing committee whose tireless efforts have made this conference a reality. To our esteemed guests and conferees who have traveled from far and near, we are delighted to have you here in Zaria, a city of knowledge, heritage, and hospitality. As we declare this conference open, I'd encourage everyone to connect, contribute, and explore collaborative opportunity that will move our profession forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Dean, wearing two caps, who doubles as the Chairman, Local Organizing Committee. Vice Chancellor, sir, please permit me to recognize the presence of the representative of the Chairman, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Kaduna State, Farm Obun Olua Oniri. Also in our midst is the Director, Ahmadu Bello University Medical Center, Professor Dauda Muhammad Megatari. You are most welcome. I think we have a seat for you. Okay, you are more comfortable there. So at this juncture, it is my honor to invite the chairman, whom I have been made to understand that is with us virtually, who is no other than Professor J.A. Onolapo, the Provost College of Allied Health Sciences. The chairman is around? Chairman is around? Okay. Let me invite the chairman, Professor J.A. Onolapo, Provost College of Allied Health Sciences, Kaduna State University, to give us his the chairman's remark.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, all other protocols duly observed. I want to welcome everybody to this NAPA conference. When I was told about this meeting on Friday, and I was told the theme of the conference, I was highly excited, harnessing artificial intelligence for enhanced education, research, and practice in healthcare. You see, whether we like it or not, artificial intelligence has become an in thing all over the world. The earlier we get into it in academics, the better for us. I'm sure we all know that artificial intelligence is just simulation of human intelligence in machine to do so many things that human being can do. We know it involves a lot of technology that enables computer to perform several tasks that require human intelligence. And in academics, we know it can help in learning, problem solving, and making decisions. We know AI can create system understanding, various inputs, and it has been used in virtual assistance, medical diagnosis, but in particular scientific research, AI has become very, very useful. Analysis of data, it can help us to accelerate our discoveries in research. It can help us to predict our outcome in research. It can help us to design our experiments when we want to go into research. It can give our research directions when you are in trouble. It helps in drug discovery. You know, a lot of people, particularly in humanities, have been criticizing AI that is not useful in humanities. But I want to say that AI is also very, very important in humanities. It can help us in scientific writing. It's very, very useful in public health, particularly in diagnosis, in outbreak of diseases, and it can help us also in material science. So it is very, very interesting that this conference, learned men and women are gathered to discuss this very important topic, how we can revolutionize pharmacy by harnessing artificial intelligence. And thank God a lot of scholars in us to give us insight into this very topic. So I want to welcome everybody. I'm sure we're going to go home, go back to our various locations with some new insight in artificial intelligence, how it can help us to revolutionize pharmacy in our research. Thank you for coming. You are all welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. That was the chairman's remark from no other than the chairman himself, Professor A.A. Onolapu. I hope I have mentioned the name correctly. Next is an address to be given by the NAPA-ABU chairman.
Good morning, everybody. I was afraid when I was called to talk because I shouldn't have anything to say. I wish to work in this to organize this conference, having eminent scholars. Whether we like, if we don't go with it, it will go with us. So we have to get used to it and take it into our ways of doing things. So welcome all the special guests here and the visitors from outside the university. Welcome once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The NAPA Chairman ABU branch, Professor Abdurrahman Abdul Samad. I've been bombarded with names of head of department, but I think I have summed all, including provost, one of the provosts that is not here, all the deans, all the directors, head of departments, professors that are here. So without mincing word, let me also recognize the presence of the head of department, pharmacy department, university, health science, Ahmadu Bello University, Professor Mariam Ibrahim. And I'm asked that she should come to the high table. There is a seat. Next is the head of department botany, represented by Dr. Aisha Musa. Invite for his remark and the declaration of the conference open. The Vice Chancellor, who is the doubles as the chief host, Professor Adamu Ahmed, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Advancement, Research and Innovation, Professor Aliyu Rafidadi Benusi. So, Prof, you are wearing how many caps?
Affairs, be very poor in observing the protocol. So I will to stand on the well-established protocol as I welcome you to this conference, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Adamu Ahmed, who, because of the existing pre-commitment, could not be here, and therefore asked me to be here. But that also reflects and is consistent with the university's mission, which saw the creation of not only a directorate for research and innovation, but also an office of the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Advancement, Research and Innovation. That highlights the importance Ahmadu Bello University Zaria attaches to research, innovation, and advancement. So all conferences, seminars, research gatherings, and other activities are very, very close to the heart of the Vice Chancellor, who has 14 strategic goals in his mission statement, and 4 out of those 10 actually relate to research and innovation. So it will be an understatement to tell you that he is excited that this conference is holding, and the theme being revolutionizing pharmacy, harnessing harnessing artificial intelligence for enhanced education, research and practice in healthcare is important. So it's not only important, it's also a key pillar. We see it as a key pillar in our strategic goal. And it is exciting that this conversation about the role of AI in research and education and practice of pharmacy is taking place here in Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. Ahmadu Bello University Zaria is one of the leading universities in Nigeria that recognizes at the onset the potentials of artificial intelligence to change the way we do everything that we do. Is it teaching? Is it learning? Is it research? is it even the innovation that we try to improve? AI has changed and is about to change the way things are done completely. What we did then as a university is to come up with a policy on AI. We already have a draft policy on the use of AI in research, teaching, learning, and operations of the university, teaching and non-teaching. It is undergoing the normal processes for approval. What that tells us is that not only apt, it's not only timely, but excited that it is happening in Ahmadu Bello. For all the academics, pharmacists that are in academia, are assembled here, this university, to discuss this important matter. We're happy to see how that works and how the ongoing reforms and how the ongoing reform of AI in teaching, learning, research, and innovation in this university. Dean, sir, congratulations for collaborating with the Association of Pharmacists in Academia to put together this conference. But I must call, because this forum is of academia, pharmacists in academia, what I must call is that we need to know, to understand that for the effective use of AI, universities have in Nigeria, we have no option to our for investment in our research chairs to help in investing in these computational infrastructures so that we don't only use the AI as churned out by the big techs, local data, so that the LLM models can perform better for our local needs, because our local needs differ significantly from the Eurocentric and Western data that dominates AI for now. So please reach out to your rich friends in the industry, convince them, put together excellent proposals, convince them to come and invest almost every day into impact. And the immediate recipient, beneficiaries of this impact, target of our impact, is the industry. And therefore, if this extending of our hands to them should work into our research chairs. As we wait for the outcome of your deliberation, I would like, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ahmadu, and in the name of Allah, to declare this conference open. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the Chief Host and the Vice Chancellor, Ahmadu, Bello University, Zaria, Professor Adamu Ahmed, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Advancement, Research and Innovation. Please let us give him another round of applause. You may not be caught unaware, sir, that we are still in view of some technical glitches. We are going to have goodwill messages. As soon as the network improves, then we come back to the main item on the agenda. Before then, permit me to recognize the presence of Dean Faculty of Life Sciences, Professor Ahmadu. Now the goodwill messages begins. I have the honor to invite no other, beginning from home, the Chairman, Ahmadu Bello University Pharmaceutical Alumni Association, Professor A.T. Mora.
Thank you very much. The Vice Chancellor, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Professor Adamu Ahmed, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Sanusi Rapindadi. Allow me to stand on the existing protocol, but of course, I have to recognize the chairman of the occasion, Professor Olalapo. Olalapo were mates in the university, but I always like to say that I'm the oldest pharmacy graduate in a gathering like this. Whenever Olalapo is around, I can't say so because he finished 1977, I finished 1978. But anyway, it's just 1 year, Prof. Mr. Deputy Vice Chancellor, please permit me to congratulate the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Adamu Ahmed, being appointed the Vice Chancellor of this university. Somebody that we worked with when I was alumni president for 66 months from August 2015 to February 2021. Congratulations. And I want to congratulate the Nigerian Association of Pharmacists in Academia, Ahmadu Bello University chapter on this occasion. And in my capacity as the chairman of the Ahmadu Bello University Pharmacy Alumni Association, I want to congratulate you and to intimate the Vice Chancellor of the fact that the ABU Pharmacy Alumni Association, ABUPA, is the first faculty-based chapter in the history of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. It was established in 1994 in my office in Kaduna when I was the project manager, project implementation unit of the Africa Development Bank, Africa Development Fund assisted Kaduna Health Rehabilitation Project. And we have come a long way since 1994. In 1997, the then sole administrator, late Mama Adamu Kotegora, Major General, that is, inaugurated the ABUPA in a very colorful ceremony in the Paisha College Theatre. That was the first annual general meeting. And we were confirmed as officers of the ABU Pharmacy Alumni Association. That was 1997, March 8th to be specific. 28th of September, 28th of March 2008, we had another AGM, and we had the privilege of hosting the then governor of Taraba State, His Excellency Pharmacist Damba of blessed memory. He was there. Professor Osude, the foundation dean of the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Science, was there. This is all under the ABU Pharmacy Alumni Association, and we presented to the public 4 items to be funded by the ABU Pharmacy Alumni Association. This included one, the twin 250-seater capacity lecture theatre, a clinical pharmacy facility in the ABU Teaching Hospital, where I was there. We saw the chief medical director, Professor Ahmadu, and he gave us the plot to develop that clinical pharmacy facility, then the industrial pharmacy complex, and the set of offices for staff. Those were the 4 projects as of 28th of March 2008. Luckily for us, the governor picked the 250-seater capacity lecture theatre, and on 15th of October 2011, the Gabriel Osude Lecture Theatre was commissioned by His Excellency Pharmacist Ahmadu. Actually, we wanted to have the clinical pharmacy. When he asked me, I told him that the priority that time was the clinical pharmacy. But there and then, during the AGM, he changed his mind because Professor Osili told him how he got P.O. Ishaku Lecture Theatre named after P.O. Ishaku. It's something. But we thank God that eventually the Vice Chancellor, between 2010 and 2015, our senior brother, Professor Mustafa, was able to put the structure, the clinical structure in ABU Teaching Hospital Zaria, which is still standing. And I think it's the best clinical pharmacy structure in the whole of this country. Thank the Vice Chancellor. And I will give this, I'll hand over this magazine to the representative of the Vice Chancellor, so that you see the effort. We didn't start today. This was 18 years ago. We had been working on this clinical pharmacy in ABU Teaching Hospital, and I'm happy that it is still there now and standing. Thank you very much. So on behalf of the board and management of the Ahmadu Bello University Pharmacy Alumni Association, I want to congratulate the NAPA-ABU branch on this occasion and to thank you most sincerely for the invitation. Thank you. This is the magazine, Ahmadu Bello University Pharmacy Alumni Association, publication of Abuja, 3/1, March 2008. Everything is there, Mr. Vice Chancellor, including the clinical pharmacy, the design, the drawing, everything. Thank you.
Thank you, the Chairman, ABU Pharmacy Alumni Association, Professor Eti Mora. May I quickly invite the next person to give the goodwill message, who is no other than the Provost College of Postgraduate Studies, Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, Professor M.L. Shuaib.
Vice Chancellor, the Chairman of the occasion, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I just came in this morning and I begged the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences just to allow me to be a listener. He promised. Then he just went and sent the MC to come and tell me that I was going to give a audio message. And I told the MC that I was just going to go out soon. But let me use this opportunity to really congratulate the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Science and the local organizing committee for organizing this conference. It's timely, and we do understand the role pharmacists play in the healthcare of this country. And I hope the deliberations that will ensue in the next 2 days will not just amount to the ceremonial rhetorics and cliches that we have always been having in our conferences, and sometimes that they come with very beautiful names. And I'm sure that we'll see something out of your deliberation that will really be impactful. But let me just use this opportunity also to just challenge us while we are emphasizing that AI becomes indispensable, something that we have to do with, but we have to remember that AI is just
part of the fourth industrial revolution. And I just wanted to go back and begin to think, how far have we attained the first industrial revolution? How far have we attained the second industrial revolution, the third industrial revolution? That is the only time we will be able to adequately harness the AI. So thank you very much, and I wish you a very successful celebration.
Thank you. The provost of Mr. Studies. Mr. Chairman, you may permit me to say that the next person that I will invite to give this allowed to be Vice Chancellor. It's my honor to stand before you witnessing this of the Nigerian Biennial Scientific Conference with a theme that we all agree is appropriate and timely: revolutionizing pharmacy, harnessing AI for enhanced education, research, and practice in healthcare. Well, I think we all know the role of AI. I think we have listened to the chairman of the occasion. He has enumerated some of the advantages that AI could be used for, not only in pharmacy research, pharmacy education, but the chairman also, remember, he also said that people in the humanities think that AI may not be relevant, but he also touched on that. Virtually all areas of human endeavor, AI has a role to play. AI will not only revolutionize areas, teaching and research, but it can also disrupt. So therefore, it is very important that we all join the race in embracing AI so that we take the best that it offers. You also have heard the Vice Chancellor mention that this theme is not only up, but also is in line with the ABU priority areas in research on AI. And he also mentioned that ABU is taking lead in the promotion of the use of AI in research. I think he wanted to tell you that, of course, even the national AI policy, ABU has, actually they took draft from ABU and put it in order to arrive at the national AI policy. So ABU is not only the best in research, but also in this emerging technology. So whatever we are doing here is apt on time, is within the framework of ABU's research and teaching objectives, but we are leading in this effort. So I don't need to say much. I just want to join everybody in congratulating. When I looked at some of the papers, I thought that if I had seen this, I would also have submitted a paper for publication. Because actually the earlier papers are just exactly what we are doing. If you see some of the papers we published in our recent concluded NRF research, when I was submitting the report to the Vice Chancellor, he saw 4 medical personnel. And I say, yes, it's because we're applying AI everywhere to solve problems. And I also want to say that I'm the provost of this PG school. We are currently in a WhatsApp group, ABU AI, where actually we were contacted by, I think he's an alumnus of pharmacy, either pharmacy or the medical
school. He's an alumnus of ABU, but living in the United States. And he promised that he wants to sponsor to research on AI in the pharmaceutical industry. Now, this is research in, this is a proposal. As I said, the Pharmacy of Postgraduate College is aware we are all in that group. So when that matures, you know, we will say more on that, but there is a proposal. One of the alumnus, I think, of pharmacy or medical college willing to support in ABU people pharmaceutical industry. So I want to join others, as I said, in congratulating the university, the faculty, and members of the ABU community and the Pharmacy Association in general. Congratulations for this success.
Thank you, Prof, for doing justice to the presentation being done so far. The next person to give the goodwill message is no other than the Director, Ahmadu Bello University Medical Center, Professor Muhammad Dauda Megateri.
Chancellor Advancement, Chairman of this occasion, distinguished scientists, pharmacists, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very glad to have been offered this opportunity to say a word or two concerning Nigerian Association of Pharmacists, a conference holding at the Bello University, Zaria. As a medical doctor, we have always depended on our colleagues in pharmacy, nursing, laboratory science, and other support staff in the hospitals. I think the formation of the Nigerian Association of Pharmacists in Academia has opened a window for better collaborations, especially in research that will help in the development of solutions to some of African medical and surgical problems. I'm not quite sure if we have actually taken up that challenge significantly. I have gone through the papers, almost 60, that are likely to be presented in the next 24, 48 hours. In my opinion, it will be an exciting moment. Some of these papers need to be further improved from bench to the bedside. And this is a hallmark of our collaborations with pharmacists in this country, especially those pharmaceutical chemistry and those and in particular, who was then not a professor, although she subsequently grew up to become a professor, Eddie Kwanashi. Very, very interesting lecturer. We all loved her as medical students. So I believe there is a lot we can achieve together. And the coming of AI, it's definitely, a lot has been said about it by specialists in student affairs in particular, and IT man, through the bridge here, Aladdin, or around PZ, especially in the evenings. And I hear a lot of noise by traditional, we call themselves, people selling drugs. You know, these are traditional herbal medicines. Sometimes I wonder, can't we, as physicians, collaborate with our pharmacists and investigate the veracity of some of these claims. Because I used to wonder, when they mention one drug that can cure all hemorrhoids, even though they actually don't know hemorrhoids a number of times, because I've had personal interest in this matter. Occasionally when they say Basra in Hausa, a conglomerate of almost 10 different surgical diseases, which cannot all be treated by one single agent. Yet these people are all over the strength and cooperation with us. At the University Medical Center, as you can see from some of the presentations, we actually provided subjects for some of these studies, and I'm excited about it. I also wish to congratulate the department, the faculty general, for taking some of the students' research and upgrading them. This is what our community medicine colleagues are doing, and this is why it is easier to publish papers in community medicine than in other or clinical areas. Because our students always do field work, so they advance one or two things on some of these findings from the students, and they get conference papers, even paper qualification. So I think this little remark will continue to collaborate both in the local hospitals here and the main teaching hospital, so that together we can advance and ameliorate some of the common problems in West Africa. I wish you successful deliberations and look forward to better days ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Director, Ahmadu Bello University Medical Center, Professor Mohammed Dauda Megateri. As far as the Prof goodwill message is concerned, synergy between the pharmacists and the medical profession is very important. We're taking the last goodwill message from no other than the Director of VanTrack, Professor N.M. Danjuma. Then we go on.
The Vice Chancellor, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Chairman of the occasion, Professor Gio Onaolapo, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. As a former Dean of the faculty, I feel delighted in the resuscitation of the NAPA conferences after a long silence. I do hope that we will continue in this stride, that we can give our students and ourselves the opportunity to showcase our research capabilities. I want to say that pharmacy profession is a dynamic profession. It changes with time. The practice of pharmacy derives some of these changes from research in pharmacy. So the onus is on us going to new insights, new developments that is affecting our community. I do know that the use of computer interface in pharmacy practice and research has been with us for a very long time. We've been using computers in all aspects, research and practice and all of that, even before the advent of these AI tools that we are using today. I'm sure the knowledge we will now gather this conference about AI and the use of AI that will help us to promote our research and practice in pharmacy. On behalf of the staff of Anti-Venom and Natural Toxins Research Center, I want to congratulate NAPA-ABU chapter, the Dean who organizes this conference. Let me also say that at VanTrack, we are set to commission our dry lab, where we have these computers and use of computer for drug design and development. Those are open to researchers, not only on venoms and anti-venoms, on all areas rather, want to use some of these facilities that we have at Vantra. Thank you very much for the opportunity and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Now we're going back to the program of event proper. And I have the honor to invite the person that will read the citation of the keynote presenter, and who is no other than Professor Yoni Apechi. I thought he was virtual, not knowing that he's here with us.
Vice Chancellor, sir, ably represented by Deputy Vice Chancellor, Advancement, Research and Innovation, Chairman of the occasion, other distinguished members of high table, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I will be reading the brief citation of the keynote speaker for this conference, who is presently joining us online, the person of Professor Martins Emeje. Professor Martins Emeje is a distinguished pharmaceutical scientist, academic, and administrator who has significantly advanced the fields of drug delivery, nanomedicine, and pharmaceutical raw materials development. He earned a B.Pharm with a distinction from Ahmadu Bello University, a Master of Pharmacy, and a PhD from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where he received the Best PhD Award and was recognized as one of the faces of research. His professional journey began at the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development, NAPA-ABU, where he rose from junior research fellow to research professor in just 10 years. Professor Emeje's research has focused on understanding the molecular behavior of polymeric materials, compaction of pharmaceutical powders, and application of natural polymers in drug formulations. He pioneered the development of Nigeria's first starch-based nano-drug delivery system and has led a groundbreaking work in herbal pharmacotherapy, compaction science, and excipient characterization. It includes more than 150 publications, patents, and trademarks with over 2,000 citations and an H index above 20. He has secured several major research grants, including an $11.6 million grant for developing drugs for malaria, tuberculosis, and using indigenous plants. His projects have resulted in market-listed drugs such as Niclovix and Niprimune Plus, and he received World Health Organization recognition for developing a nanotechnology-based drug delivery system. He's a fellow of the African Academy of Science, the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, and the Institute of Corporate Administration. An experienced educator, Prof. Emeje has taught at all levels, primary, secondary, and tertiary, and served as adjunct or full professor at institutions including the University of Uyo, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, and the Montfort University, UK. He has supervised numerous postgraduate theses and mentored over 100 pharmacy interns, many of whom secured international scholarships to laboratories in the US, UK, India, and China. He has served as head of research and development at NAPA-ABU, where he coordinated the commercialization of Niclovix with May and Baker Nigeria PLC. He is the principal investigator on several international collaborative projects, including the European Consortium on Antimicrobial Resistance and a WHO-funded project for a novel sickle cell treatment derived from Nigerian resources. He has consulted for WHO on quality management systems and trained more than 70 Nigerian SMEs. Prof. Emeje has also played major roles in public health policy. During a sabbatical at NAFDAC, he coordinated efforts investigating antimicrobial resistance in livestock, contributing to policy reforms, and attracting the first pet fund grant ever awarded agency. He currently teaches postgraduate courses at the Federal University of Technology, Mina, and serves as a visiting professor at Gregory University. In 2022, he was appointed Vice Chancellor of the European University of Nigeria. He is currently listed in the world's Who is Who, the International Geographical Congress, and among the 2,000 outstanding scientists of the 21st century. He has served as national chairman of the Nigerian Association of Pharmacists in Academia, where he led the development and launch of Nigeria's first herbal cough syrup. Prof. Emeje continues to apply knowledge-based science in pharmaceutical development and regulatory guidance, aiming to improve health outcomes across Africa. I now hereby invite Professor Emeje to deliver his keynote address. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear. We can hear you, sir.
Can you confirm?
Yes.
What I will do?
No, we are hearing you. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Just go ahead.
Okay. I have forwarded the presentation to the dean. I hope the dean is there so he can actually share it while I make presentation, because it seems that the ICT is having the kind of allowing that the slide is in your, this slide is too. You can share it yourself while I'm listening.
It's okay, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay, you can go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so today, in the next few minutes, I have been given 60 minutes. I know that the longer you speak, the less interesting it becomes. So I will attempt not to speak too long. I'm to speak on artificial intelligence in pharmacy. Okay, that's the topic. So first of all, let me declare, let me say something that we might say when we are watching films. When you are watching them, adult content, you know there is or you are below 30 years. Film, you are advised it's not to watch film. Sometimes you are told to use parental control. So this presentation this morning, I would like to advise that if anyone who's below that of a 10-year-old. Please don't listen to me, because it is for school minds, our hearts are hardened than the others. By in whatever it refers to you, it shows its marks of anything that has to do your work, your activities, your relationship with anybody, including I. Please, it is a coincidence. It is not meant to talk to anyone in particular. It is meant to talk to all of us, and most importantly, as people who are under the umbrella of the pharmacists in academia is a political arm of the farm. By implication, what it means is that this your meeting this morning is a PSN event, and it is meant for us as academic pharmacists to appreciate, recognize this all of the time in the pharmaceutical industry of Nigeria. After all, we are the ones that train people to become PSN members. Every other arm of PSN get their training from us. So we are supposed to feel proud that we are the most important technical arm of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. Every knowledge emanates from us. And let me say this today, as a privileged to ask the NAPA academic pharmacists to watch me. I was a young pharmacist finishing NYSC and attended NAPA conference when this was done. So it's a credit. Not Bello universities. We don't put them in history, and we don't document them, which is the major reason why we are a bunch of importers of everything documented by other parts of the world. And so most of the time history is rewritten in not in our favor. Okay, so enough of this preamble. What is artificial intelligence? I'd like us to know that it is artificial because it is not natural. The fact that it is called artificial intelligence means that man must control it. If it is artificial, man must control it. So I don't know where this agitation, this craze, and the madness of if it is not artificial intelligence, then it is not good. No. Man is still more sophisticated than artificial intelligence. Man himself is still more sophisticated. Whatever man cannot know, artificial intelligence cannot provide. The bedrock of artificial intelligence is machine learning, big data and data analytics. So it is today. It's what you call mathematics and the algorithms to generate it, to predict, to assume. And as long as it is an assumption, as long as it is a prediction, then it cannot be perfect. What is the implication of what I have said? The implication, therefore, is that we must be ready to use artificial intelligence as a tool. Artificial intelligence should only be a tool. When we realize, appreciate, and we begin to use artificial intelligence as a tool, then the idea that artificial intelligence has either come to take the gene of man, or that if it is not artificial intelligence, then it is not good enough, or that if your university or your faculty or your department or your research does not include the use of artificial intelligence, therefore you are not doing proper research, is zero, because it is a tool. So it is a tool that I may not need in my own research. No, yes. It is a tool that I might never need in my research. So it is important for us to do this. Now, what is the future? The future is not something we wait for. It's something we create. Appointed something for a victim, trailblazing to the culture in bringing aspects of our life and our life endeavor. Now, that's why when you look at many of the things that happen in our environment today, you see that people is well. You see, you can never discover what is existence. Anything you hear has been discovered was in existence. You have discovered it because you did not know how to discover it before, or you did not set out deliberately on how to undertake that study to come up with what you have seen. It is because man decided to look at it can shape the future. So we talk about innovation. So that's about innovation. So what is innovation? The process of introducing new ideas that transform the way we think, the way we work, and the way we live is what is innovation. Many erroneously think that innovation means doing something that is completely new. No. Innovation could just be a always existed until we make it a party, until we God imagine the beliefs and some problems that can what pharmacists of Faculty of Pharmacy ABU Zaria. What is that new thing you have done
that have changed the life of the that are in ABU, Zaria, pharmaceutically. I am not talking about the people in Samaru, no. I'm not talking about ABU in Congo campus, no. I'm talking of ABU, the main campus in Samaru, teacher, to train and people in the campus to answer. I was in that campus and I can imagine all the things that are there right now. And I can imagine for the investment and imagine what pharmacists do for that the vice as they have someone I just said. So one of the things that in commission, so what commission? The way we teach pharmaceutical is that from the want to make that project in the faculty? What do so that was not about one factor because there are fundamental house of nature that you must acquaint yourself with. Sustainability.